All right, we are back. Again, sorry for some of the issues. Obviously, first time streaming a game, working out some of the kinks and stuff, but I think we've hopefully got it figured out. You did miss an entire half inning there, or maybe more. I'm not really sure when the stream cut out, but just to recap and catch you up where things stand. Ball Knob scored a few runs in the first, 3 runs in the first, to go up 3-0. Conway Christian came back in the bottom of the first and put up 6 to take the lead. Ball Knob got 1 back in the top of the second. And as we head to the bottom of the second, where things currently stand, it is 6-4 Eagles over Ball Knob. So hopefully things are caught up. As we get into the game, we'll recap how we got to those scores and stuff, but contributions up and down through the lineup for Conway Christian. All right, Ace Kohler leading off for the Eagles to start the bottom of the second. He takes strike 1. Second pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Kohler. Ball is going to be down and inside, and that's going to hit him. That's the second hit by pitch that Kohler draws, and he's going to take first base as the leadoff man reaches for the second inning for the Eagles. And coming up now for Conway Christian is the right fielder, the junior Preston Elliott. Preston struck out his first time looking. Kohler over at first base. Here's the pitch. Fouled off towards the Eagles' dugout. That'll be 0-1. Pitcher Burleson takes a peek over at first. Kohler takes off. Pitch outside. The throw down to second is not in time. Kohler still second. Now a runner in scoring position, nobody out for Preston Elliott as the count goes to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be high, ball 2. That ball is down in the dirt, 3-1 now to Preston. So Preston's going to draw a walk, and that'll put runners at first and second for Kyle Kane, the first baseman. Kyle's first time up, he struck out. As ball numb's going to take time to talk here. All right, here we go. Kane steps in. 2 runners on, first and second. That's Kohler at second base. Preston Elliott over at first. Here's the pitch. It's going to be down and bounces in for ball 1. Kane steps back in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 2. So Kane moves ahead in the count. 2-0 hitters count here with 2 runners on. Nobody out as the Eagles lead it here in the bottom of the second, 6-4. He's going to take a look back towards second. Here's the pitch. That ball is lined into the right field. Right fielder will get there. He'll make the catch. Kohler will tag up. He'll advance to third base. So a fly out to right field, but he does advance the runner, does a good job there. 1 out for the Eagles. Runners now at first and third as the freshman second baseman Isaiah Brister will step in. In the first inning, Isaiah had himself a big 2-out, 2 RBI single. Advanced to second base as the ball came in. And he's got another opportunity here as he's off to a good start to the season. As a freshman, got a chance here to drive in another run. The pick over to first base is going to be dropped by the first baseman. It doesn't go anywhere. Kane back in safely. Or Elliott, excuse me. Brister's going to take time here. Set a little bit. First and third, 1 out. See if the Eagles do anything here on the bases to try and produce some runs. Or just let Isaiah hit. Pick over to first again. Not going to be in time. Preston slides back in rather easily. He comes set from the stretch. He's going to deliver this to the plate. That's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1. It takes his lead off of third. Preston Elliott over at first base gets off. 0-1 count to Brister. Elliott's going to take off. That ball's going to get through to the backstop. Kohler will stay put over at third base. He took a bounce back. Not a big backstop here at Victory Field, but Elliott was going anyways. He's able to advance to second. Now 2 runners on second, or runners at second and third, 2 in scoring position now with 1 out. For Isaiah Brister, the count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it drops in there for a strike. 1-2 now for Isaiah. See if he can do a job here and put the ball in play, try and score a run or two. Ball in play most likely will score a run. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be inside and somehow did not hit him. A little too elusive there by Isaiah to get out of the way, as that was right at his knees. But he gets out of the way. Makes the count 2-2 with one out here. From the windup, here's the pitch. That ball is called for a strike. Down at the knees, Isaiah didn't feel good about it, but it was a close pitch with 2 strikes. So that will be the second out of the inning, and that will bring up the DH, Kendall Willis. Kendall walked his first time up on 4 pitches. From the windup, here's the pitch. That's going to be a little low and outside. Ball 1. Second pitch is in there. And that's another ball. It's 3-0 to Kendall. The 3-0 pitch, that's going to be a ball 4. As Kendall Willis draws the walk to load the bases, as Caleb McKinney, the left fielder, will step in with 2 outs. Paul Nobb's going to take a mound visit here with the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And we'll take a break with them. Eagles lead 6-4 in the bottom of the second. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. All right, the mound visit is over as Caleb McKinney will step in here with the bases loaded, 2 outs. McKinney walked his first time up. That ball is going to be high for ball 1. Yesterday against Dover, Caleb went 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run in the Eagles' 8-7 loss in 10 innings to open the season. See what he can do here. Here's the second pitch. That one's going to be inside and unable to stand in there and take it. It's going to be ball 2, though. 2-0 for Caleb McKinney. With the Eagles on top 6-4. A chance to add to that lead with a base hit. If he gets on also, that would obviously bring in another run with the bases loaded here. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he's going to foul that one off. 2-1 count now. for the 8-hole hitter, McKinney. On the windup, here's a 2-1 pitch. He delivers. That's going to hop in there. Ball 3. Does a good job by the catcher there to keep it in front of him, not allowing the runners to advance, but a 3-1 count for Caleb. He can look for his pitch here and drive it. Here's the 3-1. The pitch is going to be low. Ball 4. Caleb McKinney draws his second walk of the day. And Ace Kohler will touch home plate as the Eagles take a 7-4 lead here in the bottom of the second. Umpire is going to make a trip to the mound to talk to the pitcher for a little bit. But as he does that, we'll talk about our next batter here. It's the catcher, Reese Post, freshman, getting his first start of the day. And he's doing a good job so far. He had a base hit, 2 RBI, little bloop single over the third baseman in the first inning with 2 outs. Did a good job there, just getting the job done, getting on base any way he can. He's got another opportunity here with the bases loaded. And again, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 1. Got 3 runners on base. Preston Elliott over at third. Kenna Willis at second. And Caleb McKinney is at first base. 1-0 pitch is going to hop in there, gets to the backstop. Preston Elliott's going to make his way to the plate. He's in, standing up. The other 2 runners advance. And the Eagles lead 8-4 here in the bottom of the second. Runners now move up to second and third. Still 2 outs and a 2-0 count. So still 2 runners in scoring position for Reese Post. The 2-0 pitch, see if he can find something to drive. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for ball 3. 3-0 count. I imagine Reese is going to take it here, try and get on base. Make this guy throw some strikes. And that's going to hop in there. Reese gets a 4-pitch walk. And that will load the bases for the leadoff man, the center fielder, Hudson Wheeler. Hudson is 1 for 2 on the day. He's reached base both times, though. He reached on an error to the shortstop in the first inning. And then got a base hit his next time up. Has an RBI on the day as well. And it looks like Baldnob's going to make a change at pitcher. We'll talk about that change here in a little bit. Looks like they're going to shuffle some people around. But as we take a break, it is 8-4. Conway Christian here in the bottom of the second. The bases will be loaded when we come back. For the leadoff man, Hudson Wheeler. All right, welcome back. As the new pitcher for Ball Knob gets warmed up, I'm going to take you back through what you missed so far. We had some issues early on in the game, so make sure we highlight how we got here. Current score right now is Conway Christian 8, Ball Knob 4. We're in the bottom of the second. Conway Christian is still batting, but Ball Knob took a 3-0 lead in the first inning. When the Eagles got up to bat, Hudson Wheeler led off, reached on an error by the shortstop. He would then advance to second on a wild pitch, and then Xander Stone would get a line drive to left field that would score Wheeler on the RBI double by Xander Stone. Kohler would then be hit by the pitch, putting runners at first and second. And then with 2 outs, Isaiah Brister would double on a ground ball through the hole of shortstop, scoring both Stone and Kohler to make it 3-3. Kenna Willis would walk, McKinney would walk, Reese Post would then get a base hit. That would score 2 more. Looks like we're ready to play, but that would give Conway Christian the 5-3 lead. They would score one more time on a Hudson Wheeler base hit that scored McKinney to end the inning, and then Ball Knob would out on another to make it 6-4, and that puts us here in the second inning where we are now, with the Eagles leading 8-4 after tacking on 2 more runs. As Hudson Wheeler's in there to bat, it's a 1-1 count here with 2 outs. Glaze is the new pitcher for Ball Knob. His 1-1 pitch misses outside to make it 2-1. One pitch is going to be right down the middle. Wheeler drives it in the right field gap. That's going to get down. That's going to score at least 2. He's going to make his way to second. 2-run score. Keithley's going to round, and he's going to be in standing up at home plate. A 3 RBI, 2-out double by Hudson Wheeler is going to make it 11-4 Conway Christian here in the bottom of the second. Great base hit there by Hudson Wheeler. He stands in at second base as he has now reached base every time today. He's now got 4 RBIs to add on to the 4 RBIs he had last night. And a great start to the season for the freshman center fielder. And that'll bring up the junior shortstop, Xander Stone. He steps in. He's going to line one down the left field line. It's going to be foul. Solid contact. Xander steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. That double in the first inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be high for a ball. So the count is now 1-1. For Xander Stone, runner at second base. That ball's going to miss outside as well. 2-1 is now the count. Three 3-1 now as that ball misses as well. Here's the pitch. He's going to foul it straight back here, and that'll bring the count full. Stone does a good job there. Ball was a little high, but he does a good job protecting there. Full count, 2 outs. Runner at second base is Wheeler. He's got speed. You got to imagine anything put in play, he's got a chance to score. Here's the pitch. Line drive, fly ball to center field is going to be caught on the run, and that will end the inning. But Conway Christian is going to add 5 more runs to the total. The big hit, Hudson Wheeler, with the bases loaded and 2 outs, brought in 3 of those runs. And Conway Christian's in a good spot. Here as we head to the 3rd inning, with the Eagles leading 11-4 in the home opener here to start the 2025 baseball season. All right, we are back here for the start of the 3rd inning. Eagles have a new pitcher. It's another freshman, Cameron Elder, who's going to step on the mound and make his first appearance of the season this year. His first pitch just misses. Down and out a little bit. Batting for Ball Nom is Womack, the shortstop. Elder's second pitch is going to miss just a little up. Two balls, no strikes. Cameron Elder, even though he's missed the plate twice, his pitch has some life. That one's going to miss low as well. 3-0 count. In case you're wondering why Conway Christian throwing a bunch of freshmen to start the season, they went 10 innings last night at Dover. Ended up having to use several arms, and being early in the year with pitch counts and stuff like that, Coach Whitson choosing to let those guys rest and give these freshmen a chance. And Tyson James did a good job in his 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, but settled in there as the game went along. Cameron Elder now comes in, issues a 4-pitch walk, and misses there as well. And it's 1-0. The runner at first base. That pitch is going to skip in for ball 2. From the stretch, here's the 2-0 pitch from Elder. And that's going to find the strike zone. 2-1. Nice job by Cameron, kind of battling back there after struggling to find the plate a little bit. See if he can keep it going. One that gets the lead over at first base, held on by Kane. Pitch is in there for strike two. It's 2-2. Two-two pitch is fouled off. That pitch was high, but the batter protecting gets fouled off. Count will stay at 2-2. From the stretch, here's the 2-2 pitch from Elder. It's going to be down low, reach post with the block behind the plate. Count runs full. Pasmore batting for ball knob. And that ball's going to miss low as well, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. Given up by Cameron Elder. Nobody out. Saw something similar out of Tyson James to start the game, and he did a good job settling in. Sometimes for freshmen, coming in, playing your first varsity game, your juices are flowing a little bit. Takes a little bit of time to settle in. Cameron can relax a little bit here. He's got a nice lead thanks to the bats of the Eagles. Just got to find the strike zone. That's a nice pitch in there, the fastball. Got him swinging for strike one. As Chase Scalia steps in for ball knob. The 0-1 pitch is going to be spiked in the dirt. Runner takes off to third. Post makes the throw to third base. Not going to be in time. Both runners advance to second and third on the wild pitch. Still nobody out here. The count is 1-1. We're in the top of the third inning. Pitch misses high. 2-1. Pitch going to miss outside. Gets a good bounce back after it gets by Reese. The runners do not advance, but the count moves to 3-1. As Reese is going to take time here to talk to his fellow freshman pitcher. Settle him down a little bit. Just going to throw some strikes. And Cameron will step back on the rubber. 3-1 count. He's going to deliver here from the stretch. He'll step off as the umpires were repositioning there. Now we're ready to play. Cameron comes set. Here's the pitch. Ball low, and that will load the bases for ball knob. As that will bring up the third baseman, Keegan Smith for ball knob. Whitson will take time to come in and visit. See if he's going to make change here. Take a break real quick as they take the visit. All right, the mound visit is over. They're going to leave Cameron in the game. Bases are loaded for ball. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. From the stretch, Cameron's going to deliver. And that ball's going to miss outside, 1-0. Second pitch is high for ball 2. 2-0 count. Here for Smith. Elder comes set. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he's going to miss outside, ball 3. Nowhere to put him here with nobody out. Count 3-0 and the bases are loaded. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And that ball's going to miss low for ball 4. So the run walks in. And that'll make it 11-5 Conway Christian here in the third inning. They'll bring up the leadoff hitter for ball knob, Dakota Shoebottom. He is 1 for 1 on the day. He's also got a walk, and he's got the bases loaded here. That ball's going to skip in. Nice block by Reese Post. Count is 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's going to be fouled off behind the third base dugout. Into the parking lot, it's 1-1. Job by Cameron battling there. Come back trying to find the zone a little bit. Time called. As we will reset. 1-1 count. Cameron will step back on the rubber. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Misses just inside, and it is now 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one is popped up behind home plate. It's going to get out of play, and the count will run to 2-2 here. To the leadoff man. Big spot here for your freshman pitcher. Struggled a little bit early on here, issuing 3 straight walks. Got the leadoff man up, bases loaded. That ball's fouled off on the 2-2 count. What a big spot here for Cameron as I was talking about. See if he can battle back here. Struggling a little bit early. See if he can get a big out with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball through the hole at third base. That'll score a run. McKinney comes up throwing, hits the cut, throw to home, and he is in there safe. So a 2 RBI base hit by the leadoff man for ball knob, and that will bring the score to 11-7. Still nobody out here in the top of the third. Runners now at first and second. As the number 2 hitter, Dalton Purvis, steps into the box. Here's the pitch. It's going to miss high. 1-0. That ball floats in there low. Going to be 2-0. to Purvis. Time called. And we're back live. Cameron's going to stay in the stretch here. Runners at first and second. Two-hole hitter. He's going to square to bunt. Runner takes off. And Coder was charging on the bunt. Try to wheel over. Stone was getting over there. No throw. As he got a good jump there on Cameron. Ball was in there for a strike, so it goes to 2-1 now. Runners at second and third. That's fouled off down the line, and the count is 2-2. Two-two pitch, going to miss outside. Squirts away from post. The runner does not advance, and the count runs full. Here's still nobody out. Runners at second and third. And ball four as that pitch misses high, and that will load the bases up again for ball knob. Still nobody out here in the third inning, and Coach Whitson's going to come back out, and looks like he is probably going to make a change here. As Cameron looked good early, but just could not find command of the plate. And looks like we're going to turn to the second baseman. Isaiah Brister's going to move in and take over on the mound. Another freshman. Again, a lot of freshmen going to get some looks today on the mound as the Eagles threw a lot of arms last night in their first game. That went 10 innings. They used Eli Brandon, started the game, went a couple innings. Ace Kohler after that. Xander Stone pitched as well. Kendall Willis, another freshman, pitched. Kendall could come back in. He didn't throw a lot yesterday. So, again, early in the season, not wanting to overwork your arms on game two with their pitch counts and stuff like that. So, going to use quite a few arms, and that was the plan, talking to Coach Whitson earlier today before the game. Plan was always to let Tyson go 2 innings, 1-2 innings, Cameron go 1-2 innings. He was just going to kind of use several pitchers, let them get a couple innings apiece. Again, second game of the season, non-conference action. A lot of this is trying to get everybody some game reps, get them some looks. And these guys just freshmen, but, you know, they're more than capable. They're great baseball players. So see if Isaiah can come in here, and he's got nobody out, bases loaded. Again, a tough spot for a freshman, but good learning experience for these guys. We'll take a break real quick as he continues to warm up. We'll be right back. All right, Bristol's first pitch is a ball. 1-0 here. Bases loaded. Nobody out in the top of the third. It's 11-7, Conway Christian. The 1-0 pitch misses outside. And we move to 2-0. Two-0 pitch is going to catch the corner. 2-1. Nice pitch there by Isaiah. Two-one pitch again, catches the outside of the paint. Count moves to 2-2 here. Brister steps off. And he'll step back on from the windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Post can't find it. And finally finds it. No one advances. Count runs full here with the bases loaded. Even though we lost the ball, good job by Reese to smother the ball a little bit. Squirted away, just couldn't find it, but did a good job. Here's the full count pitch. Line to center field. Hudson Wheeler's going to be under it. The runner does not tag. Play at third. He's going to throw it, and he is going to get him out the double play. Poor base running there by Ball Knob. Hudson Wheeler makes the routine catch over in center field. Kyle Kane coming over from first base as the cutoff guy. Picks the ball up, fires it over to third base, and that is just what Conway Christian needed. Base running error by the Bulldogs. And just like that, 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and second now. But what could have been a lot of damage, they have a chance to get out of it here. Thanks to a heads-up play out there by Hudson Wheeler and your first baseman, Kyle Kane. That first pitch by Brister is in there for a strike. The 0-1 count. Strike 2. Nice pitch by Isaiah. So now 0-2. He's ahead to Hunter Burleson, the hitter for Ball Knob. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it is in there for a call. Third strike, and Isaiah Brister comes in, does the job, and gets the Eagles out of the inning. And the damage is limited. Bulldogs going to score 3 runs there off of just 1 hit. No errors. 2 men left on base as we will head to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Number 11, Ace Kohler.
All right, as we start the bottom of the 3rd inning, Eagles lead at 11-7 over Bald Knob. Ace Kohler going to step in for the Eagles to lead things off. He's reached base both times he's been up, both hit by pitches. Eagles have had the leadoff man up to start both innings. See if we can continue that trend. First pitch is in there for a ball. 1-0. That ball's grounded it through the hole on third base, on the third base side, and Ace has his first hit of the day, a base hit into left field. Nice piece of hitting there by Ace Kohler, and that'll bring up the right fielder, the junior Preston Elliott. Preston 0 for 1 on the day. He's walked and scored a run, struck out in the first inning. Got a runner at first base. First pitch is going to be outside and high for a ball. Throw down to first base by the catcher. Not in time as Ace slides back in safely. Good job of coaching over there by the first base coach, Bryce Keithley. Standing in for Coach Kramer today. The 1-0 pitch is going to be popped up behind second base. Tries to find it. He does. And that will be the first out of the inning. Ace goes over at first base. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Kyle Kane. Kyle 0 for 2 on the day. 1 strikeout. And a fly out to center field that did advance a runner in scoring, or over to third base that would later score. First pitch is a ball high. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is going to be fouled back. 1-1. Kyle went 1 for 4 yesterday at Dover to start the season. 1-1 pitch is going to be fouled off behind the first base dugout, and the count will move to 1-2. Runner at first base. Here's the 1-2 count, the 1-2 pitch. Kohler takes off running. That ball is high. The throw down to second base, and he gets him out. Ace caught stealing for the second out of the inning. Count 2-2 to Kyle Kane here. See if he can kind of reset things. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That ball's going to miss as it hops in to the plate. Count goes full here with 2 outs to Kyle Kane. See if we can find a way to get on base here. Steps back in. Here's the pitch. Fouls it back, stays alive. Count stays full here with 2 outs. Here's a 3-2 line drive back up the middle, and that's a base hit for Kyle Kane. Nice piece of hitting there by the junior. And the Eagles have a runner back on base again with the freshman Isaiah Brister coming up to bat. Brister is 1 for 2 on the day with 2 RBIs. Those came in the first inning with a nice base hit through the left side. He's got another runner on base here with 2 outs. See if he can get things going here. That pitch is going to miss outside. Throw back down to first base. It's a close play. First baseman dropped the ball anyways. Even if it was in time, Kane is back safely regardless. That ball was outside, so it's a 1-0 count. From the stretch, here's the pitch. It's dribbles foul down the third base side. Count goes to 1-1. Kane takes his lead off at first base. Here's the 1-1. He's going to pick him back off over at first base. Back in time is Kane. Here's the 1-1. Comes set. Pitch to Brister is going to be, I think, called a strike. Pick off back to first base. Kane slides back in safely. It was a strike. It's 1-2. So here's the 1-2 pitch to Brister, and it's going to drop in there for strike 3 looking, and that will end the inning. The Eagles get some guys on, had a couple hits, but unable to do anything with them. As Kohler reached and then was caught stealing, Kane had a 2-out hit up the middle, but nobody's going to score as we're going to head to the 4th inning. Eagles still lead it 11-7. All right, we're back here for the start of the 4th inning. Eagles lead it 11-5 over the Bald Knob Bulldogs. The freshman Brister is still on the mound for Conway Christian. Did a good job coming in, working his way out of a tough spot with the bases loaded there. Aided partly by base running mistake by Bald Knob on the fly out to center field. Got doubled up, but we'll take whatever we can. Eagles lead 11-7 here as we start the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch, a nice pitch down the middle, swing and a miss. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. Cooper Bussell is the hitter for Bald Knob. The 1-1 pitch, another swing and a miss, and it runs the count to 1-2. The 1-2 is going to miss low. Count runs to 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. Post dropped the ball, but he's able to quickly tag him for the first out of the inning. And that will bring up Jackson Womack for Bald Knob. Isaiah's done a nice job coming in here after Cameron just didn't have his best stuff today. Struggled to find the plate. Isaiah's come in. He's thrown 14 pitches, 9 of them for strikes. And a good job working the plate, getting outs. And he's, for the first time for Conway Christian, gotten the leadoff man on the inning out. And he does a good job there. Again, getting ahead in the count, 0-1 with a swinging strike. That ball is going to be fouled back and out of play. And quickly, Brister is up 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's going to be outside. Gets past Reese. Not of any consequence. Nobody on here. Count goes to 1-2. That's a nice 0-2 pitch, just off the outside. Trying to get him to swing, chase a little bit. So here's the 1-2 by Isaiah. That's going to miss. Tried to throw a curveball there. Kind of lost the grip on it a little bit. And it started on the body and never broke. Luckily, the Womack ducked out of the way there. Count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch misses high, and Womack's done a good job here of working the count full. With one out here. Isaiah from the windout quickly going to pitch, and he's going to miss 4 straight balls. And that will put a runner on first base with 1 out for Chance Passmore. Passmore, the left fielder, is 0 for 1 on the day. He does have an RBI on a sac fly. Coach Woodson going to come out for a quick chat with his freshman pitcher and his freshman catcher. Make sure everyone's on the same page. Talking to him, making sure, probably telling him just, throw strikes, pound the zone, let your fielders work behind you. Isaiah's done a good job. Just kind of maybe got in a hurry a little bit there. 4 straight balls, put a runner on base. So calm him down a little bit, let him reset things, flush that at bat away, and try and get back on top of this next hitter. So 1 out, runner at first base. Kane holding him on over there as we're ready to play from the stretch. Here's Isaiah. The pitch is going to be grounded, tapped to the pitcher. Isaiah's only play is going to be over to first base, throws it, got a little bit away from him, but Kyle Kane does a nice job making the play, securing the out. The runner will advance to second base, but Isaiah making the play on that little dribbler to his left side. Those are always tough, kind of over there by the baseline, because the runner's kind of in the way of where you're making the throw, but they do a good job there. Kane makes a nice play. There's 2 outs in the inning. Runner at second base. Isaiah's first pitch is going to be a ball to Jamison Glaze. The 1-0 pitch is down and outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there for a strike 2-1. Isaiah's had the most success early on here, right there on that outside corner to the right-handed batters. He's done a good job finding that paint. Gets a chase there by Glaze to run the count to 2-2. So nice work by Isaiah, finding his way back into this at-bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Down in the dirt. Glaze holds off, and the count is full. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. Isaiah Brister, nice job. Works around the walk that he issued with 1 out. Does a nice job getting out of the inning. And the Eagles put a 0 on the board for the first time. Score stays 11-7 as we make our way to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Conway Christian, though. Home opener for the Eagles.
so bizarre. I thought that they would always ride for me. I cried that nobody replied to me. I questioned the truth inside of me, and right about then is when the devil had lied to me. Like, hold up, God got you, you don't never show up. All these people acting like they know you, saying that you do it for the money, fame, power, trying to blow up. Got me playing games, trying to blow up. People reading Bibles and leading studies and helping your little buddies, but tell me what it's really doing for you. They gon' still tell you, think you're phony, assuming you every moment. So what's the point of trying to keep it negative? If you have that faith, you starting to race faith. Saying that 10 days, you hoping to save faith. Trying to go mainstream and one of the reach, bro. Ain't nobody rocking with you, especially these folks. I lost it, reading living from a closet. I used to pray and live around sauce. I lose money, I'm a lost prophet. I'm making bad decisions every time I get exhausted. Lord, I don't even really know the real me now. I'm only tripping, trying to kill me now. Sitting trying to think of how to help me get delivered. Send an angel in a Uber, come and heal me now. Evil, you ain't got no control of me. I'm never too far from the blood that flowed for me. I lost a lot, but got too much again. I'll probably never be the same, and I ain't worried because I ain't ignoring me. That's how you start. No cap. Yeah, I started doing that early, get harassed. Cause I fell in the pit. I lost my track. Switch to the flag. Switched on my past. Everything different when I hit the class. Look at me good, and I live fast. Stuff in my head, I don't know where I'm at. All of that fame don't last. All this recorded, I never thought in my life I'd story. My testimony, yeah, each for money. I see new dimensions like a Rick and Morty. No pun intended, he calling. I ain't looking back, I'm all in. I put my heart in the Man, number 9, Kendall Willis.
All right, we're back here for the bottom of the fourth inning. Eagles lead it 11-7 over Ball Knob. As Kendall Willis, the freshman, will DH. The freshman DH will step in. He has yet to record an at-bat, as both times he has drawn walks. So he's reached base every time. And he's going to reach base again. Still hasn't recorded an at-bat as he gets hit right on the shoulder. On-base percentage for Kendall is climbing every time he steps up. Does a good job. He's had a great start to the season, both hitting and on the mound. So he reaches first base, and that brings up the left fielder, Caleb McKinney. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, 0-1. Glaze, the pitcher for Ball Knob. A 1 count, misses high. Count goes to 1-1. Glaze has done a nice job coming in for Ball Knob, kind of settling things down for them. 1-1 pitch is fly to left field. Left fielder has no idea where the ball is. It's going to land behind him. And that's going to go down technically as a base hit, as he never touched the ball. So Caleb McKinney, it all looks the same in the scorebook. Base hit to left field. And now 2 runners are on base for the Eagles. Nobody out as the 9-hole hitter, the catcher, Reese Post, will step into bat. All right, Reese Post steps in. He's 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs on the day. He's got a walk. The light bank over there in left field's got a few bulbs out, so I'm not sure if that came into play or not. But either way, the Eagles will take it. They got 2 runners on, nobody out for Reese Post. That pitch is going to miss high above his head, 1-0. He steps back in. The 1-0 pitch from Glaze is going to miss high as well. 2-0. Hudson Wheeler on deck for the Eagles. He's had a great game so far. See if Reese can load the bases for him. Or driving a RBI himself. The 2-0 pitch misses outside, and the count runs to 3-0 again. His last time up, Reese was in the same situation, drew a walk. I'm sure he's not going to swing the bat here. He hasn't seen a strike in a while, so here's the 3-0 pitch. That one's going to float in there for a strike. Count is 3-1. Reese can still be selective here, find his pitch and drive it, or make the pitcher make him throw 3 consecutive strikes. Here's the pitch. That's a nice one down the middle. Big swing by Reese. Misses, and the count is now full. 3-2. 2 runners on, nobody out. Blaze comes set from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's going to miss high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded as we roll the lineup card back to the top of the order for Hudson Wheeler. The freshman center fielder, Hudson Wheeler, 3 for 3 on the day. He scored a run. He's got 4 RBIs. Excuse me, 2 for 3 on the day. His first at bat, he reached on an error. Either way, he's reached base every time. Driven in 4 RBIs to go along with the 4 RBIs he had last night. Quick break as Reese Post comes off for the courtesy runner. Bryce Keithley just steps out of the coach's box and onto the base paths as he'll run for the catcher. With the bases loaded, nobody out. The first pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Willis is over at third base. McKinney at second base. And now Bryce Keithley is at first base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be outside in the left-handed batter's box. Count goes to 1-1. Still nobody out. On the windup, here's the pitch. It's going to be lined into right field. Right fielder's going to get under it. Runners will all tag. Here's the throw, and Willis slips. Trying to tag up. Everybody retreats, and just an unfortunate circumstance there. He tagged up. He was going to score, kind of trips and stumbles making his way. He ends up having to retreat, and that put McKinney kind of in scramble mode as he was also tagging. But no damage done as far as that's concerned. As they all get back safely, it just means that Hudson, instead of a sac fly, is going to get a fly out. Score stays 11-7. Bases stay loaded. 1 out. Xander Stone is going to fly that ball into foul territory behind first base. Second baseman comes over, makes the catch. Willis is going to tag. He's coming home, and he's going to be in there safely sliding. McKinney tags as well. Bryce Keithley tags as well from first base. Nice base running by the Eagles as all the runners advance on a short little pop-up into foul territory, and Xander Stone gets himself an RBI. That will bring up the third baseman, Ace Kohler. Kohler 1 for 1 on the day. He scored twice. Had a base hit up the middle. In the last inning, he's got 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch in there for a strike. A 1 pitch swung on and missed. 0-2 to Kohler. Eagles lead at 12-7. They've tacked on another run here in the bottom of the 4th. Ace trying to add a few more here. The 0-2 pitch from the stretch. Here it is, and that is going to be behind him. He drops the bat. Good job there. Doesn't hit the bat and get a foul ball. Count goes to 1-2. Foul tip, and he stays alive there. Count stays 1-2 here with 2 outs. Runners at second, third. McKinney's over there at third base. Bryce Keithley is the runner at second base. for the Eagles. 1-2 count from the stretches. Glaze takes a look over at third. Here's the pitch. It's going to be high for ball 2. Count goes to 2-2 for Ace Kohler. Preston Elliott's on deck for the Eagles. That ball a little in on the hands. He's able to foul it off, though. Does a good job. Back behind us. Count stays at 2-2. Ace stays alive. Pitch down the middle, fouled back again against the fence. It's just going to get out of play. And Ace does a good job of staying alive. Count stays 2-2. Good piece of 2-out hitting here by Ace Kohler, just protecting the plate. Wait until he gets his pitch that he can drive here. Try and put the ball in play and see what happens. From the stretch, here's the 2-2 pitch. And that's kind of weakly hit over the shortstop, flares into the outfield. 1 run scores. Keithley comes around, standing up. 2 runs are in. And a 2-strike, 2-out, 2 RBI base hit from Ace Kohler. And the Eagles extend their lead to 14-7. And that'll bring up Preston Elliott, the right. All right, apologies there. Lost audio for a second while we're gone. As Preston still second there. But as you saw, Preston Elliott had a nice little base hit off the fist that scored another run. Eagles are up 15-7 as Preston's still second. Moves over to first base, or moves from first base to second with 2 outs here. Kyle Kane up to bat. He's going to swing and miss there. Count goes to 1-2. Kyle 1 for 3 on the day. Had a base hit last time up, right up the middle. He's got a runner in scoring position. 1-2 count, 2 outs. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss will end the inning for the Eagles. But they put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th. And they push their lead to 15-7 over Bald Knob. That inning, the Eagles scored 4 with base hits from, or RBIs from Preston Elliott, Ace Kohler, Xander Stone had a sac fly as well. Hudson Wheeler would have had a sac fly, had a base running miscue out there, but the runs came in anyway. So good job by the Eagles there, putting some runs back on the board. Isaiah Brister's going to stay into pitch for Conway Christian. We'll take a break here as we head to the 5th inning. The Eagles lead it 15-7.
At bat, number 11, Keegan Smith.
All right, we start the top of the 5th inning. Baldwin coming up to bat. Keegan Smith, the hitter for the Bulldogs. Isaiah Brister staying on the mound for Conway Christian. Done a nice job of pitching so far. He's gone 2 innings without giving up a hit or a run. He's walked 1, got 3 strikeouts. He's just done a good job of throwing strikes. 15 of his 27 pitches have been in the zone. As that one misses. Inside, goes back to the fence, ball 1. What Isaiah did a good job last inning is getting ahead of people early in the count, getting ahead of them, getting ahead of the team as a whole, keeping the leadoff runner off. He just walked 1 guy that got on base, but they did a good job. Did a good job of getting out of the inning. As that pitch is going to miss high, the count is 2-1 to Keegan Smith. Here's the pitch. That's going to hit the outside corner, 2-2. One thing I like about Isaiah as a pitcher is he works fast. He's ready to go. You step in the box, he's throwing the ball. He's going to shake off post, finds his pitch, finds the zone, and he catches him looking. Strike 3, and the Eagles get the first out of the inning. And that will bring up to bat for Baldwin, Dakota Shoebottom. Shoebottom is the leadoff hitter. He's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs for the Bulldogs. That first pitch misses up and in for ball 1. That one's fouled back behind the plate, 1-1. Isaiah's on the rubber front of the windup. Here's the pitch. Nice breaking ball in there for strike 2. Kind of froze the hitter there, and the count is 1-2. Strike 3 swinging. And quickly 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Isaiah. And that'll bring up the 2-hole hitter, Dalton Purvis, who is 0 for 1 on the day. He's drawn a walk, struck out once. He's also scored a run. Here's the pitch, up and in on the hands a little bit, ball 1. Defensively for the Eagle, Ace Kohler still over at third base. Xander Stone at shortstop. McKinney has moved over to second base with Brister coming into pitch. Everything else stay the same. Micah Tucker out to left field with shuffling around. Still got Wheeler in center. Elliott in right field. Kyle Kane holding it down over at first base, and Reese Post stays behind the plate. Brister falls behind here. 3-0. He battles back to get a strike, 3-1. Got 2 outs. He got 2 quick strikeouts there. The 3-1 pitch is going to miss down low, and he's going to issue a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Gavin Mitsunaga. So runner at first base, 2 outs here for the 3-hole hitter, Mitsunaga, who is 1 for 3. He's got 2 RBI on the day. Brister from the stretch going to deliver. It's going to scoot to the backstop. That'll advance the runner on a wild pitch. Now, runner in scoring position. Still 2 outs. Eagles lead it by 8, 15-7 here in the top of the 5th. Going to take a look back at second now. He comes to the plate. That ball is going to be fouled off behind the first base dugout. Kane gave it a look, but it was out of play. Count moves to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's going to miss outside. Count goes to 2-1. Two one pitch is going to miss as well, and count is 3-1. Got a runner at second base over there. 2 outs still. See if Isaiah can battle back here, get in the count, throw a strike. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's going to miss low. Ball 4. The second straight 2-out walk there by Isaiah. This is going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Hunter Burleson, who is 1 for 2 on the day. He's got an RBI as well. He's been walked once, and he is struck out. From the stretch, here's the pitch. That's going to find the zone. Strike 1. And that's what Isaiah is. When he's had success, he's done a good job of getting ahead in the count early. Which he does there. Count 0-1 now. 2 runners on. That one's going to get spiked. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Brister from the stretch. Throws it. That's going to be grounded to shortstop. Stone's going to take the easy throw over to second base. McKinney's covering, and they get the out to end the inning. The 6-4 force out. Stone to McKinney, and the inning is over. 2 runners stranded for the Bulldogs. No runs scored. The score remains 15-7 for Conway Christian as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Eagles 2 runs, and that would end the ball game. We'll take a break. We're back here for the start of the bottom of the fifth inning. Isaiah Brister, Kendall Willis, Caleb McKinney duo for the Eagles. 2 runs from Conway Christian would end it here. That would give them the 10-run limit as we're in the fifth inning. Isaiah Brister steps in. He's 1 for 3 on the day, 2 RBI, base hit in the first inning with 2 outs. He struck out twice, including his last at-bat. And that pitch is going to be up high, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. This is up and out. Run it to 2-0. 2-0 pitch, line drive back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit by Brister into center field, and the leadoff man is on for the Eagles. With nobody out, Kendall Willis is going to step up. Willis, the DH, again, here in the fifth inning. It's 4th time at the plate, has not registered in that bat. He's reached base every time, though. 3 walks and a hit by pitch. See if they let him swing the bat this time. That one's down the middle. He does swing the bat, and it's going to be into the gap in right field. That's going to be at least a base hit. It does score 1, or it does not score 1. It's a single. Isaiah is going to stop at third. Runners at the corner. Nice piece of hitting by Kendall. Saw the first pitch, liked it, drove it the opposite way. And that grass is pretty wet out there with all the rain. Still a little soggy. Kind of killed it. Didn't skirt to the wall. But Kendall is on base. Gets his first hit of the day. Reaches base for the 4th time. Still nobody out here. Runners at first and third. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change from Bald Knob. We'll see who the new pitcher is when we come back. Eagles lead it 15-7 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on the corners, nobody out, and a chance to end the game with a couple of runs. right, new pitcher for the Bulldogs is number 8, Dakota Shoebottom. He comes in with runners on the corners, nobody out. Caleb McKinney is going to be the batter for the Eagles. 15-7 lead for Conway Christian. A couple runs here as we're in the 5th inning would be the run rule. And before he even throws a pitch, he's going to make the pick off to first. Kendall Willis dives back in safely. Willis, the runner at first base. That pitch is going to catch the corner. At third base, the runner is Isaiah Brister. 0-1 count to McKinney. Nobody out here in the 5th. Here's the pitch. That's going to catch the pain as well. Willis takes off. He's going to steal second base. He's in there safely. The pump fake. Try to get Brister to commit home, but he did not do enough to warrant the throw. And now runners are on second, third. The winning run now is Willis at second base. A base hit potentially could end the ball game. But Caleb was down 0-2. Nobody out here. Reese Post on deck. Here's the pitch. That's down on the dirt, ball 1. Good work by the catcher to keep it in front. Count goes to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch from the stretch. Delivers it home. That's going to finish high, ball 2. Job by Caleb, seeing the ball well, leaving it up there. Not chasing. From the stretch, the 2-2. Comes home. McKinney fouls it off and stays alive. All right, 2-2 count. Still no outs. Ball is high, gets past, but it's going to stay just outside the circle. Wise by Isaiah to stay home. Probably not going to run anyways just because of the situation. Don't want to run into an out with nobody out at home plate when the winning run's right behind you. Time called. All right, here we go. McKinney steps back in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning. Pitcher changed his delivery a little bit there to get McKinney. And that'll bring up the catcher, Reese Post, in the 9-hole. Reese is 1 for 1 on the day. He's got 2 RBI. He's walked twice. He's also scored a run in his season debut behind the plate. Still got runners at second and third. Willis, the winning run at second. First pitch is down in the dirt, ball 1. One 0 count. Here's the pitch. Stays high, ball 2. Count runs to 2-0. Reese has seen the ball well today with the 2 walks. Hasn't struck out. Put the ball in play with a base hit. Got on base every time he's been up today. See if he can do it again, and that's going to catch him in the shoulder. Dead ball. Does a good job kind of ducking out of the way so it doesn't hit him in the head, but it still catches him on the shoulder. That will load the bases as the leadoff hitter, Hudson Wheeler, comes back up to bat. Wheeler is 3 for 4 on the day. His last time up, he flew out to right field in what would have been a sac fly, but Kendall slipped a little bit. We're going to call time here. There's a car behind home plate with headlights on that they're trying to get to turn their lights off. So, quick delay here. While they do that, Bryce Keithley steps back in as the courtesy runner for Reese over at first base. Bases are loaded for Hudson Wheeler, the freshman center fielder. He's got 1 out. Base hit will end the game by run rule. Hudson's had a good start to the season. 4 RBI today. He had 4 RBIs yesterday. Freshman batting in the leadoff spot both days. His first pitch he sees here in the 5th inning is going to be in there for a strike. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch is going to miss down. Count goes to 1-1. One away here in the 5th. 1-1 count to Hudson Wheeler. That pitch is going to miss just a little bit. Count moves to 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be down in the dirt. 3-1. Bases are loaded. Brister over at third base. I'm sure Coach Whitson telling them to be a little conservative here. 3-1 count. Pitcher struggling to find the zone a little bit. Ball gets past. You better be 100% sure you're going to score. That one's going to be inside, and Brister's going to score anyways on the bases loaded walk from Wheeler. That makes it 16-7. Xander Stone coming up to bat with a chance to end the game here. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Eagles lead it by 9. And just a reminder, 10 runs after 5 innings is the run rule. Xander Stone steps in. Had a sacrifice last time up that scored a run. First pitch, he's going to foul tip for a strike. 0-1. Xander's got 2 RBIs today. He's also scored a run. He's got a base hit. And played a good shortstop for the Eagles. From the windup with the bases loaded. 1 away. Time called by Stone just as he was starting his move towards the plate. So we'll reset. Dakota Shoebottom, the pitcher for Bald Knob. He's going to make the pitch to the plate. Ground ball to first base. And that is going to be the ball game. A ground out to first base, fielder's choice. The run scores. And the Eagles are going to win this one 17-7 over Bald Knob in 5 innings. They pick up their first win of the season. They scored 6 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 4 runs in the 4th, and then 2 here in the 5th inning to win it 17-7 over the Bulldogs. Good job by the Eagles. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute to wrap things up. I'll run through some stats and let you know how things went today. We'll be right back. All right, we're back to wrap this one up. Conway Christian gets on in the win column today with a 17-7 5-inning win over Bald Knob. Let's go through just a quick recap of the game in case you missed some stuff. We had some problems early on, so missed a little bit of the action. Let's go through and recap, talk some stats. Bald Knob jumped on top 3-0 in the first inning. Tyson James got the start for the Eagles, the freshman. He walked a couple to start the inning, a couple of base hits from Bald Knob. They got up 3-0 on him, but he did a good job getting out of the inning. As we move to the bottom of the first inning, the Eagles would score 6 runs. Hudson Wheeler led things off with a base hit to the shortstop. It was a close play at first. They rolled it a single. It was also a bat throw by the shortstop. He would then advance to second on a wild pitch, and then Xander Stone would come up and double on a line drive to left field that would score Wheeler, making it 3-1. Ace Kohler would get hit by a pitch in the next at bat, moving him, putting runners at first and second. Preston Elliott would strike out. Kyle Kane would strike out, putting 2 outs on the board as Isaiah Brister stepped into the box. Kohler would steal second after Stone would steal third, and Kohler would steal second. Runners were at second and third. And then Brister would line a double through the shortstop into left field. Stone and Kohler would both score to tie the game at 3. Kendall Willis would walk as the next batter, putting runners at first and second. McKinney would walk to load the bases, and then Reese Post, getting his first at bat as a high school baseball player, would hit a little bloop single behind the shortstop and third baseman to score Brister and Willis. McKinney would advance to third. Eagles were leading 5-3 at that point. Hudson Wheeler stepped back in for the second time in the inning, and he would get a base hit ground ball through the left side that would score McKinney, advancing Reese to second base. And then Xander Stone would end the inning with a fly out to center field. Eagles led it 6-3 after 1. Bald Knob would respond with another run in the second inning to make it 6-4, and the Eagles' bats continued to stay hot. Ace Kohler led off the bottom of the second with a hit by pitch. Elliott walked. Kyle Kane would fly out to right field. The runners advanced, tagging up on that, putting runners at first and third. Isaiah Brister then struck out. Kendall Willis would walk to load the bases. Then McKinney would walk in a run. Elliott would score on a wild pitch as the other batters advanced. Reese Post would walk to load the bases again. And then Hudson Wheeler would double on a fly ball to the right center gap. And that would score all 3 Eagle runners on base, making it 11-4 as the inning would come to an end after that. Cameron Elder came in to pitch in the third. He struggled to find the zone a little bit in his first appearance of the day. Bald Knob scored 3 runs. It could have been a little bit more. Isaiah Brister would come in to pitch at that point. Got a fly out with the bases loaded, nobody out to center field. Base running miscue by the Bulldogs allowed Kyle Kane to make the cut, threw it over to third base to double them up, and then Brister would get out of the inning after that. And the score was 11-7. Conway Christian would be held scoreless in the bottom of the inning, and then Brister would shut down the Bulldogs the rest of the way. He didn't give up a run, while the Eagles would continue to add their total in the 4th and 5th innings. In the 4th inning, with 2 outs, runners on base, Xander Stone would pop out behind the first baseman in foul territory, but Kendall Willis was able to tag up and score. McKinney advanced to third base on that as well. It was 12-7 Conway Christian. Kohler would then get a 2 RBI base hit to make it 14-7 Eagles. And then Preston Elliott would line one to left field to score Kohler, making it 15-7 through 4 innings. Bald Knob shut down in the 5th inning, and then as we just saw in the bottom of the 5th, the Eagles would load the bases and then score 2 more runs as Hudson Wheeler would draw a bases-loaded walk that scored Brister, and then Stone grounded out to first base on a fielder's choice. That allowed the run to score, ending the game as the Eagles win this one 17-7. A couple stats for you as we go through this. Hudson Wheeler, 3 for 4 on the day, 5 RBI from the leadoff spot. As we talked about, he had 4 yesterday, so 9 RBI to start the season for the young freshman center fielder. Good start to the year. Xander Stone, 1 for 5. He had 3 RBI, though, and scored a run. Ace Kohler, 2 for 2, reached base every time with a couple of hit-by pitches. Scored 3 runs, 2 RBI. Preston Elliott would go 1 for 3 with an RBI and scored a run. Kyle Kane, 1 for 4 on the day. Isaiah Brister went 2 for 4, scoring 2 runs, had 2 RBI. Kendall Willis reached base every time, going 1 for 1, and he scored 4 runs for the Eagles. But he would walk twice, get hit by a pitch as well. McKinney, 1 for 2, scored 3 runs. He also had 2 walks and an RBI. And then Reese Post getting his first start of the year. Reached base every time as well. He went 1 for 1 with 2 RBI, 2 walks, scored a run as well. Every single Eagle batter would reach base. Every single Eagle batter would get a base hit. So a great job by the offense today. Your winning pitcher for the Eagles was the freshman Isaiah Brister. He threw 3 innings, didn't give up a hit or a run. He walked 3 batters, struck out 5, did a good job of coming in to kind of settle things down as at that point, Bald Knob had 7 runs, bases loaded, and nobody out. And even though we had the lead, things were getting a little bit out of control. So good job by Isaiah. A lot of freshmen stepping up today, and then also a lot of upperclassmen having good games as well. All around, solid win by the Eagles to move to 1-1 on the season. They will be back in action next Monday here at home against the Atkins Red Devils, and we'll see if they can build upon this win. We're excited to bring you all the home games this year via live stream. We'll be live streaming every single home game for Conway Christian this season. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of those games, or just come out and support the Eagles here in person. Once again, thanks for joining us tonight. Eagles win at 17-7 over Bald Knob. They'll be back in action next Monday here at home against the Atkins Red Devils.